Hi guys! Lives on Thursdays lately. I switched it from Tuesdays as of late. My apologies. Next Tuesday, next week, I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, but I have to share with you guys. Soon, I just had a conference, a discussion, a Zoom call with Carly from, you guys, Healthy Habits Living. That's her YouTube channel. And I had subscribed to her. I'm actually pretty impressed. So I was looking at antihistamine information and I found her blog and her YouTube channel and subscribed. And so she saw that I'd subscribed and had emailed me seeing that her information might be interesting to you guys, to everybody who's subscribed to my channel, and I think it is. So she was talking some very interesting stuff. Hey, Leslie! Also, Leslie, she found a pretty good sunscreen that you guys might be interested in. It's called a BB cream. Let me finish this thought first before I lose it. So, Healthy Habits Living. So she's going to come on. We're going to basically have a Zoom. She's going to share information basically about probiotics. One thing she said that was very interesting, Prescript Assist has been my favorite probiotic. We talked about probiotics, we talked about leaky gut. She's very knowledgeable. She's got a lot of cool information that I was like, yeah, all that information is great. Also leaky brain. She's going to talk about leaky brain. This is also a thing now. Leaky gut, leaky brain, it's correlated. But she was saying that Megaspore probiotics is a better one, which I actually have made a video about like 5 years ago. And I had forgot about it because I just liked the feel of Prescript Assist better. And she illuminated some controversy around Prescript Assist. They had some stuff, basically, I don't know. She's going to talk about it. And I was like, oh, really? That's not great. So Megaspore probiotic. Hi! Shobhit Singh. Shobhit? I'm not sure if I'm saying the right name. Singh. I know Singh. I actually know a Singh. Very cool. Indian name, right? Yes, Healthy Habits. So that's really, I'm excited that she's going to share with us some information. And I was like, really? So Megaspore probiotics is my favorite, is now going to be my new favorite spore probiotic because of some sketchy Prescript Assist, which is really sad that because I really like it. She's going to be, we're doing a Zoom call on the 20th, not, is it next week? Following week. We might be able to figure out if I can figure it out. Her joining live. But right now we're going to be doing videos together. Sorry, you guys. There's constant helicopters. It's very cool. But if you guys want a preview, you can go to Healthy Habits Living. Hi, Patricia. How's it going? How are you doing with your hat lines? I just answered that question. I don't always go through the comments very frequently. I'm very sorry. But you guys got to check out Megaspore probiotic. Yes. Do we say hair or hairs? Hair. Like you like my hair? It should be hairs, plural, because there's lots of them. Not good. Are they permanent? Can you bring your hat farther back? Are they permanent? Like when you take your hat off, like you don't have your hat on for a day, do they still remain on your forehead? You need more? More lines? I'm confused, Patricia. But I know that you were saying they do? They stay on? That's weird. Well, first of all, you need a hat that goes back farther so that's not sitting right there. I really do hope you're trying the derma rollings, stamping soon, because that does help with lines, like wrinkles and things. So if your hat's staying on your head like that, I would definitely get a different hat. Like if it's a baseball hat or something, just get a different hat. What is it on hair transplant? I am not sure. I don't really know much about it. I know that my husband's, one of his brothers He's a young guy. He has a huge scar on the back of his head from, I don't know if I'm sure you need to get a reputable person to do a hair transplant. I'm not even sure about how it works, but it didn't work for my brother's, my husband's brother, my brother-in-law. I would get a reputable source, definitely. Interestingly, will glycolic acid help with the lines? Is it pigmentation from sun? Or is it like an imprint? I would do, if it's an imprint, I would do more dermastamping. No, it's an imprint. I mean, glycolic acid is exfoliating. Any acid's going to be exfoliating. But I really think an imprint. That's crazy. I think you should do the stamping. Actually, I have good hair. I just was asking your views. I don't really know if I have views about it. I'm not sure if it works. I don't know anybody else who's had or tried it. So, hi Rita, darling. How you doing? Mwah. So now I want to talk about, so check out Carly's Healthy Habits Living. I should have put it in the description, but I will after this. Do you suggest a hat I can wear? Well, I really like San Diego Hat Company. Like rather than a baseball hat, you know, because those kind of sit low on your head. You can bring it up, but then it has this bill like that. Hey, Ma, how you doing? My mother's really has got good hats. Sometimes she'll get a hat. She wears a bun on top of her head like me as well. And you can cut out a hole in the top of just sun hats. Sanitizers for avoiding COVID. Yeah, I put sanitizer on my hands here and there. I definitely do it more, not as frequently as I did in the beginning, but it's just good habit, whether it is going to prevent COVID or not. I don't know, since it's aerosolized, but it's a good habit. You're good? Wonderful, Rita. I'm glad. I'm very glad. I want you to be good. So sun hats, I have one from San Diego Sun Hat Company that folds. It's like it has a hole in the top. Yes, that's probably better. So it has a hole in the top for the hair, and then also keep it back farther. What kind of hat do you wear? I wear a sun hat that like is a Y. It's like a. I will link in the description after this to my exact hat, which I probably got on Amazon, and it's a brimmed hat. You know, it's like woven, and it's got a hole in the top for my hair. So then it will stay low, but also stay back. You can kind of fit it. So most hats, I think, maybe not caps, bowl caps, have like, you can adjust it for the back. But that's number one for the lines on your forehead. And then I would try derma stamping, because you have a derma stamp, but you were working with these lines. So try them on the forehead lines. I think it will work better on forehead lines, honestly, than nasolabial folds. And Leslie found this sunscreen. Well, first of all, if you're wearing sunscreen, good for you. Also, I prefer a mineral sunscreen. No problem, Patricia, anytime. So otherwise, if it's the chemical sunscreens, it can, if it's not zinc, basically, and I think 20% is pretty good. So this one has 20%, even though it's just 30, SPF 30, 20% is pretty good. Like the other new one that I showed you guys last week was 50, and that is 20% zinc. So 20% zinc is pretty good. But this is a BB cream. So first, Andalou Naturals. I will link to it also in the description. Hat, Carly's YouTube channel, and also this is pretty good. So at first, Leslie, I was thinking, can we cold cucumber slices on your hands as well as under eyes to hydrate? Yes. Thank you, Southern Rose. You know what it is. Hi, what are your top 5 supplements for hair and nails? Sunglasses is a must. Yes. Yes, cucumber slices under here are great. Hydrolyzed collagen is great for your nails. Thank you, Paula. I am doing the curly girl method. So, hydrolyzed collagen, some sort of oil soluble. My nails are growing crazy because I've been upping my hydrolyzed collagen and doing more good fats. MSM's another one, very good, especially if you are a vegan or vegetarian, because hydrolyzed collagen is bone, basically bones and cartilage. Biotin's good. There's also, but you want to up your protein. You really do, especially for nails. Like I've been upping my protein. My nails just had to trim them because they're just growing like crazy. And that's a lot of protein there. But biotin's very good. You can take it internally. MSM is good. You can take like bamboo supplements and I can't remember the name of it. It's an herb that has a lot of silica in it. So you could also just take silica. What is that? Yeah, but biotin is probably the best. MSM, hydrolyzed collagen if you can stand it. Horsetail, thank you, Rita. That's the other one that has a lot of silica in it, but that's what you should do. Hydrolyzed collagen, man, that's just my favorite stuff. So check out this. This is pretty good. It's SPF. It's got a lot of. Also, there's a natural tint one, so I'm definitely gonna get that. So thank you. Yes, guys. Thanks for interacting. Thank you for introducing. And it's $20 for 2 full ounces. Maybe it's good. On the Continual Crest 4 awesome sunscreens that are non-toxic. So the thing with chemical sunscreens is it can accumulate in your body. I don't think I've ever, I'm sure it tastes like grass. I've only ever taken a supplement or powder or tea. They have a lot of tea. I don't know how the tea is, how much silica comes through the tea, really, but it is not bad. I like the BB cream because it has a resveratrol, other goodies in it. Yeah, it looks like it's got a lot of good stuff. They have a tinted one, and they have a sheer tint and a natural tint. I don't know, but I'm gonna get them. Thanks for sharing. We gotta love sharing good sunscreen. So don't get chemical sunscreens. I actually feel like a burn on them, but there's a lot of good mineral ones, which is zinc. And zinc's good for your skin. There's a lot of good ones. So just make sure it has, so Andalou, this brand, you wanna get their BB cream, not their sunscreen. Because because the BB cream has zinc, 20%. The sunscreen has chemical sunscreens in it, which is that accumulates in your body. And I don't think that's good. Can't be good. There's science behind it that says it's mixed in your keratin capsules and you take. Yeah, capsule form seems like the way to go. Yes. Yeah, so that's my report. I am excited to see what Carly has in store for us. But Ager has a BB cream. It's a light, but when you blend it, it blends into your skin well. That's good. Light sunscreens are the best. And that Pipette sunscreen from last time that we were together, yeah. It doesn't feel as good on the skin. It's not bad, but it doesn't feel as good as my Shell. I just really still like my Shell A the best. But I'm gonna try this Andalou. They're good. Yeah, gang. So check out Carly's. And if you guys are interested, I do really want to spread the information about the different spore probiotics, which I love Prescript Assist, but I'm going to change over to Mega Spore Probiotic, and she's going to explain why I can't really remember, or I wasn't privy to why. You do horsetail in your tea sometimes. The flavor is mild and lightly bitter, but not overwhelming. Interesting. Will you post website in the discussion? I will. Website, sunscreen Leslie found, and also the hat that I have. Beginning, please share the links later. I will. Yes. So Carly, this woman who I had subscribed to, and she reached out to me, and she was saying that her information might be very interesting. for my audience, and I think it would. Like everything she brought up in our just Zoom check-in, meet each other, I was like, wow, I didn't know that. And, oh, that's interesting. And it was just, so she's going to talk about leaky gut. She's going to talk about leaky brain, which is now a thing, which makes sense. Like leaky gut. And I've been really into L-glutamine. I think she saw that. And then she was telling me about probiotics. And I was like, oh yeah, like spore probiotics. We had a whole discussion about that. And she's just, it's going to be great. So I just wanted to tease you guys and let you know that's going to happen one day, like in the next week or two. And hopefully I can figure out how she could maybe even come on to our lives, or maybe she can do a live. It's a light color, but I have medium light skin and blend well. I don't need foundation. Blends really well with other flavors. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yes, the horsetail, the hair. Yeah, it would be cool if they had, well, we'll see. They're different colors. They have a natural tint and a sheer tint. So maybe sheer tint will be like no color. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that's a tricky thing because a lot of, they don't have too many colors, but just don't get their sunscreen because that has chemical sunscreens in it. And I'm going to have to do a video, I guess, with all the different sunscreens and discussion of why you would want to do chemical sunscreens. I don't like the feel of chemical sunscreens on the skin either. It kind of burns a little bit, in my opinion. Maybe it just burns my eyes. Like, it doesn't feel good. The sheer tint will have no color. There you go. Sheer tint or natural beige and tan. They have a few colors, actually. 2. There's always Elia. They have so many colors. It's great. You have the natural. Okay. There you go, gang. I'm going to get a few of these. So if you guys ever have sunscreen recommendations, please, or just recommendations, it'll be great. Okay. Well, there you go, guys. So that's it. Any other pressing discussion moments? Gentian herb with dong quai. Is it good for oily skin? I wonder. Yeah, is it oily, Leslie? You're talking about the sunscreen, right, Rita? That's another reason why I really like my shell, is it's not an oily, thick, kind of cloying feeling. It's not oily. How about that? I think it's dong quai, right? Dong quai. Is it ding quai? It's really bitter. Yeah, gentian is very bitter too. It's like a moisturizer. Well, wonderful. Good find, Leslie. Yeah, bitter. It seems like everything that's good for you and herb-wise is bitter. It's just good. It makes sense. Like non-sweet, just bitter, astringent. Yes, we were talking about probiotics, Julian. And I was very much into, and I've talked about this a lot. I feel like everyone knows, but maybe not, that I'm interested in Prescriptive Cyst. That's my favorite probiotic. And we were also just talking about sunscreen. But it's been amended from Carly. Check out Healthy Habits Living. And I'm sure my mother will say in a moment, Healthy Habits Living. And she was saying there's a bit of a controversy around Prescriptive Cyst. And I can't really, she's going to go into it. It was something about their third-party testing, and I can't remember all of it, but I was bummed. I was like, what? That's my favorite. And then she said she's more recommending Mega Spore Probiotic. And I was like, oh, wait, that sounds familiar. And then I remembered I did try that 5 years ago when they first came out, and I did a video on that. So she's suggesting transferring back over to that. And so I just wanted to point that out since I've been so gung-ho. Dong quai is very bitter, but so good for the body. I end up adding dried apple slices to some. Ooh, that sounds good. Dong quai is good hormonal balancing. I'm on chemotherapy now. Would you recommend taking it now? Mega Spore Probiotic? Yes. I think it's SPORE. To take probiotics, I don't know if those would counter, or you're talking about the dong quai. I know when my father went through chemotherapy, it was very helpful to have, he went to an acupuncturist and Chinese herbs to help counter the effects of chemo. Like, if I got cancer, I would definitely go through chemotherapy or whatever it needed, but I would do some balancing to help my body process that out afterwards. So I definitely recommend seeing an acupuncturist and getting some good Chinese herbs. Dong Quai is a Chinese herb to help your body deal with the chemo that your body is needing to help deal with cancers. It's very cleansing. Yes, indeed. All right, gang. Thank you, Megaspore Probiotics. Now, she has a store, healthyhabitsliving.com. Every single you have always suggested has helped. The wonderful Rita. Yes, well, thank you. I am still really digging the L-glutamine. She's going to talk about leaky gut and leaky brain. And I'm excited about that. I'm still just taking 5 grams. Yes, 5 grams in the little scooper that comes with the NutriCost. And I'm almost out. I'm getting another one. What's good for whitening of the eyes? Well, stay hydrated. I mean, cleaning up your body, staying away from sugar and all that. Yeah, leaky brain. The chemo is destroying your skin and has it very tired. Well, that's Julie and I definitely recommend having some balancing act to other stuff, like go through the whole course, of course, and the whole course of chemo and that you need, but it's because you need it. But there's ways you can balance out the body having to deal with all those chemicals. But it's not like it's going to be that way forever. You know, after it's done, your body will help continue to clean and process. You know, so an L-glutamine, I wonder, afterwards, after you're cleaned of the cancer clear, that could help. But maybe the hydrolyzed collagen. Are you take your bone broth for sure. Take your bone broth. All of that's going to help. Hydrolyzed collagen. Cleanse the liver. How do you get more info about outside of here? How do you get more info about? Check out healthyhabitsliving.com. She's got a good blog. I liked it. Is that what you mean? Or about what? Patricia, definitely try helping cleanse the liver, like astringent tonic herbs. Yes. Yeah, that's right. I agree with all of those. Clearing the eyes. Astringent tonic herbs. Get a naturopath or someone to help look at your constitution. Yes. Yeah, I really like her blog, healthyhabitsliving.com. And I like her. Carly, you guys should check her out. It was helpful. I was just perusing and looking at like histamine stuff, and she's got good information. Yeah. Any other pressing questions, lovies? Thanks for the 3 thumbs up. Yes. Only thing I'm still dealing with is depression. And were you working with all of those? Did you ever try any of those? I know we were having like a text or an email or comments about different things to try. Gentle colon cleansing, yes. Does any of those help? Oh man, Rita, giving you a big hug. I remember there was a few things I suggested looking into, and I can't remember what they were, that work with like dopamine in the brain. I don't know, but that's, you know, a delicate balance. Yes, but don't put your email on here, Rita. Do you go to a naturopath? Yes, I recommend going. Yes, sending you hugs, St. John's wort, and getting adequate vitamin D. Yes. And there was, I think you've been doing a lot of stuff, Rita, but I do recommend seeing a naturopath because they can do, you know, prescribe the blood tests and everything to see your levels, and it's not too expensive. And then you can really get an accurate diagnosis of like just your constitution, you know, different from like brain chemistry. That is really smart to do. But there's a lot of, I think you should definitely do that. It depends. Sometimes I need to grieve and get emotional support for people. That's true. Yeah, I'm starting this EMDR, or I'm looking to try and find, because my husband's doing it. I have some friends that have worked with EMDR. Have you guys heard of that, Rita? It's more like with trauma, but who's not traumatized? I mean, but it like works very well with Vietnam vets back in the day, and it's just really efficient with working with through stuff. Like even if you had like just a fine, like in my childhood, I feel like that's fine, you know, but that is, there's always some sort of trauma that like you can work through. And my friend's husband was just feeling so light. Like he was like, things are fine. You know, he's got a perfect life on paper, but it really clears out your trauma. Yeah, my mother's done it, and I've just been really into it. And actually, you guys know that I'm into the emotional freedom technique where you tap and work with, I really love that. Yes, Julian. And the part that I really dig is this eye movement. That's where I've really felt shifts, you know, whether I'm dealing with an achy pain or an emotional thing, or just like I don't want to do something. EMDR. You should, I highly recommend it. So my friend is like he's just like, he immediately feels so light just off of 5, after doing thousands of dollars and years of therapy. Like this was just so quick, you know. And he's like, you know, you might be talking about something in your childhood that's not a big deal, but he was like, it's just like taking out the baggage, just sorting through stuff. And like you might just recount something and just start crying and going through it, but that he just feels so light. He just was selling it. I was like, I need to do this. And my mother's been doing it and feels amazing. My husband just started doing it to kind of reroute anxiety, and it's just, I'm so excited about it. So I definitely recommend checking that out. EMDR, I did it too, and really relieves a lot of symptoms of anxiety, depression, or PTSD, which even if you don't have specific traumatic, like really bad ones, like I'm sure, whatever, it's all relative, but sometimes you're like, wow, that sounds dramatic, you know. Even if you don't have something would be traumatic, like in a movie, we all have trauma. Like it's just, you can't, there's just a modern life trauma. I don't know, buzzing around. Anyways, okay, I'll let you guys know how it goes once I find my therapists. Yes. Okay, gang. Coming on up in a half hour, and I'm going to 3 things: hat, this fancy new sunscreen, and Carly's Healthy Habits Living YouTube channel. She's got a lot of good videos. Yes, and EMDR, highly recommended. 5 thumbs up, you guys. Thank you. Okay, I love you guys. Any other pressing questions, concerns? Thank you guys for dealing with me switching the days. I hope that is not annoying. Suddenly on a Thursday rather than Tuesday. Okay, gang. See you soon. Okay, bye.